Imagine being head over heels in love with someone. This is a feeling that fills you with joy and inspires you to do great things. But here's a mystery: what happens when your partner uses your affection for his own purposes? It's like dancing on the line between love and stoicism. You love and care for them deeply, but remain steadfast within yourself, knowing that your happiness does not depend on their actions. Now imagine that you are a ship sailing on the stormy waters of love. Your feelings seem majestic and inexhaustible, but your gaze to the horizon reminds you of the importance of maintaining your integrity and self-respect. It's like fighting the waves of passion, but your captain's qualities of stoicism help you stay on course despite the storms of love. Let's look at 5 terrible mistakes in relationships. 1. Idolatry, or being overly dependent on another person, is one of the most common mistakes in relationships. The Stoics advocate not idolizing your partner or putting them on a pedestal, because this can lead to a loss of your own identity and personal freedom. The Stoics teach that true happiness should not depend on external circumstances or other people. When we put someone on a pedestal and become too dependent on that person, we risk losing our own independence and self-determination. Moreover, such idolatry can create unrealistic expectations and unresolved conflicts in relationships when our partner does not live up to our illusions about him. Therefore, it is important to remember your own value and independence in relationships. Our partner can be a source of joy and support, but they should not be our only source of happiness and satisfaction. We have our own lives, goals, and interests that we should develop and value, even while in a relationship. The second relationship mistake based on Stoicism is fear of change. The Stoics teach that change is inevitable and part of life, and trying to keep things within the same old framework can lead to stagnation and discontent. Fear of change can limit our growth and development. Change can be scary and anxiety-inducing, but it can also provide us with new opportunities for personal growth and fulfillment of our goals. If we fear change and shy away from it, we risk missing out on the chance to be happy and achieve our dreams. Therefore, it is important to learn to accept change as an integral part of life and see it as an opportunity for growth and self-development. We must be willing to adapt to new circumstances and look for positive aspects in any changes that occur in our lives. This will allow us to expand our horizons, gain new experiences, and become more confident in overcoming any challenges we face. The third mistake in relationships, according to Stoicism, is a lack of communication. The Stoics teach that open and effective communication is the key to healthy and harmonious relationships. Let's imagine a situation. Katie and John have been dating for several months, and they are having disagreements and misunderstandings due to a lack of open communication. When they have problems, they avoid talking about them for fear of conflict or hurt feelings. As a result, unspoken grievances and disappointments accumulate, leading to increased tension and distance between partners. Lack of communication can lead to many problems in a relationship. Unresolved conflicts and misunderstandings can accumulate over time, eroding trust and intimacy between partners. This can lead to relationship breakdown or dissatisfaction within the couple. Therefore, it is important to learn to be open and honest when communicating with your partner. This means expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs without fear or judgment. We must learn to listen to each other carefully, put ourselves in our partner's shoes, and strive for mutual understanding. It is also important to be prepared to resolve conflicts in a constructive manner, without blame or aggression. This will help strengthen the bond between partners and create the foundation for a healthy, long-term relationship. The fourth relationship mistake based on Stoicism is that we spend too much time on others at the expense of our own needs and interests. The Stoics teach that self-awareness and self-respect play an important role in maintaining healthy relationships. Balancing between caring for others and caring for yourself is the key to healthy relationships. It is important for us to recognize our own needs, respect them, and take time to meet them. It is important to remember that satisfied and happy people are able to give more to others and maintain higher quality relationships. Therefore, it is important to learn how to set boundaries and make self-respect a priority. We must learn to say no when necessary and make time for self-care and personal development. This will help us maintain energy, self-confidence, and harmony in our relationships, which will ultimately lead to a more satisfying and balanced life. The fifth mistake in relationships, according to the principles of Stoicism, is excessive revelation of your past. The Stoics argue that not everyone needs to know about our past difficulties and illnesses, and that such revelation can do more harm than good. Let's say Elliot and Mary are having problems in their relationship, and Elliot decides to share all his past mistakes and illnesses with Mary in hopes of support. However, his frankness causes misunderstandings and negative emotions in Mary, and she begins to doubt her feelings for Elliot. The Stoics argue that openly discussing past difficulties can create unnecessary tension and distance in a relationship. Instead of focusing on the past, it is important to strive to create a healthy and happy future together. This means that we must evaluate and appreciate the present moment, as well as work to improve our relationships in the future. Thus, instead of focusing on past mistakes and illnesses, it is important to focus on the present and future, striving for shared growth and happiness. This will help us avoid unnecessary conflict and tension in relationships and create more fulfilling and satisfying relationships. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your small victories and achievements. We are often so busy trying to meet the expectations of others that we forget about our own successes. Celebrating your small steps towards success helps build your self-confidence and see the value of your own work. Remember that your life is not only a goal, but also a path, and every step you take is part of your unique path to happiness and harmony with your true self. In relationships, it is important to respect ourselves and our needs, express them openly and honestly, set healthy boundaries, and be willing to make compromises only if they align with our values and well-being. Striving for self-determination, paying attention to one's inner state, and seeking harmony in relationships can lead to more satisfying and harmonious interactions with others. Remember that you have the right to choose and live according to your principles without conforming to other people's expectations. Don't oblige yourself to follow someone else's script. After all, you have the right to create your own life based on what really matters to you. Is it time to make a change? Start now. Take the plunge to be true to yourself and live by your own rules.